Well, Coach, the seating capacity is 65,000 at Ford Field, and we are right around that number today. A good crowd on hand and seemingly ready to go in the Motor City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Seattle Seahawks and the Detroit Lions. Now the big leg of Matt Prater ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Ford Field. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. 10 yards and a Seattle first down.
First down, Seattle. 315. 51. Watch QB
They'll run on first down. Taylor. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Get in the right room. Switch.
To throw is Wilson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
But there is a certainty in this game. We know that wherever he goes, he's going to draw a big-time crowd.
Throws into double coverage there, and look, that's something that he's going to have to deal with a lot in this game, I'm sure.
Yeah, they were lucky to get away with that one where it just fell incomplete, but they're going to count on him to uncover latent routes and make some difficult catches.
On 3rd down, it's Taylor. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Here's Carson. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards. So back-to-back big runs picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. DK Metcalf, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Extra point up and through by Myers. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made by Ziggy Ansah.
No gain on the play.
And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarter.
He's got a man, complete. And he is down deep into Seattle territory. A big play there for Detroit. 66 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
Flush to his right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose one or two.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week. We just saw their first one of this game.
On second down, Johnson. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Kerryon Johnson, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point good by Prater, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive, that culminated in touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Forced out to his left. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was waving his arms, wanted the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of a story you told me from your days at Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass that you blew coverage on, what'd you say to him?
Yeah, it was really not right since I blew coverage, but since he dropped the pass, I said, well, maybe next time he'll just walk it out here and hand it to you. Would that be easier? He wasn't real thrilled with that.
That's cold-blooded. Cold-blooded. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
It's taken to the 26. He had his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. And this offense set up with a very short field. 1st and 10 inside the 20.
Michael Tech, 180. Mike 5-4. Good job. Kill. Hey, turn it out. Drill right, 22. Zebra. Chance. Whip. Watch the whip. Watch it. 20. Slant.
The first down carry here for Johnson. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments and doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
Watch the run. Hey, watch it. Hey, give me a radar.
On 2nd down, it's Johnson. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7.
Go. 55. Right there in the middle. 55. Let's go, defense. Hey, man up, D. Double right. Watch twits.
Stafford. And he has his receiver. That's Jones. Lions touchdown. Marvin Jones. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Lions have taken the lead. Prater for the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Let's go, 14.
Now Taylor. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
They're running it.
This is Carson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 2nd down now, it's Taylor. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. They'll run with Taylor, and he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. Give him 6 yards in the first down.
That's how you get right up off of the mat, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a first down with his very next run.
14.
Play action. Now Wilson. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Romeo Okwara. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Wilson. It's complete to Lockett.
And another thing that makes the comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big 30-yard play on 3rd.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down, it's Taylor. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Taylor. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
But this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
It would appear Sean Payton's made the decision here. They will go for it on fourth. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Josh Gordon, his second touchdown on the season, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Myers connects on the PAT, and we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Offense ready to kick off their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a first down. On 1st and 10, Stafford. Johnson's got it complete. And he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at one 48-yard line and ended at the other.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
On second down now, it's Johnson. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line.
Yeah, and that was a safety that came through and made the play, but there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker, and we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss.
Watch twist. Hey, 22. Check 9, check 9. 25, check 25, check 25. 10, 10. Hey, Zoo. What happened?
From the 50, Stafford. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Quandre Diggs there defensively.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. 3rd and long, it's Wilson. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And he will score. Touchdown, Lions. Now Prater to add the PAT. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
From the 27, Stafford. He completes it to Jones. 23 yards the pickup there. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson. Runs through the contact. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 15 yards for the Lions there on a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Stafford. Open man is Galladay, complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
But that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. Here's Stafford. Galladay's got it, and the Lions have a touchdown. Kenny Galladay, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Extra point good by Prater, and the lead now up to 14. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 10 yards and a Seattle 1st down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. They run with Taylor, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
On 2nd and 12, Wilson going for Met. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point up and through by Myers. And they're within 7 now at 28-21. And whistle blown. A timeout here is taken, and it's taken by the kicking team. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. The Seahawks got it. They did. It's Seattle football. Well, I guess they felt like they needed something to get them going. Maybe you wait for this type of a play, but they try the onside kick, and it works.
I'm starting to wonder if the analytics coach is starting to get involved in the football nowadays. When you see this type of play made, this type of a risk taken, sometimes there's a different influences going into the head coach's ear.
Damon Harrison, the one on the stop.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that. But the rushing game, almost non-existent. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. That's to his running back, Kerryon Johnson. It's a gain of 9 yards. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. Back to throw, Stafford. They will find Galladay, that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 1st down for the Lions on a nice pickup of 18 yards. On 1st down, Johnson. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. First down Lions on a pickup of 13. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much for the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, I'm not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, if they want to ride him down the stretch, he should have fresh legs.
He's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
I know you're trying to wring every yard out of a run, but I think 9 yards there is ideal in this situation.
Yeah, now next couple plays, you only need 1 yard. Keep that clock rolling with a lead here in the 4th.
Yeah, what you're saying is maybe if it takes you 1 or 2 more runs to get the first down, that's extra time, extra plays. Really hurts the team on defense.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Let's see what you got.
Out of the gun, Stafford. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Stafford going to throw deep for the... And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. T.J. Hockenson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Prater for the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. And after the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's something like there will be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Wilson's throw caught by Metcalf. He went over 100 yards in the wild card round. He's over 100 here as well. And a first down. They'll run on first down. Taylor, nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson being chased out left. This one into the hands of Metcalf.
Keep playing hard.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. From the gun, it's Wilson. There goes a deep ball in zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, but it's going to be 2nd down. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. To throw is Wilson. Going to throw again. Going for Metcalf. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. DK Metcalf with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year. As his guys are back within a single score. Myers connects on the PAT. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So a 7-point game. They'll need a recovery, the touchdown, and an extra point to tie. And the Lions are able to cover this one up. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Now here's a pass on first down. It's knocked away and incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Stafford. Screenplay. Johnson. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead.
Hey, Delta. Check 24, check 24. Check 50. Hey, 5-0. Hey, switch gears. Zebra. Slam, slam, slam.
Stafford now to throw. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error. Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
14,
Here's Wilson. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Devon Kennard in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Wilson and the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Now Wilson. Dancing to his left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. Now in desperation. And this is caught inside the 5. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett in the final minute as they can now even this game here in the fourth quarter with the extra point. A very important extra point there, up and good. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Here we go. Here we go. First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play, but if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that.
good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot, and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
He'll get this one to Galladay. A gain of 6 there on first. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Stafford. Wide open receiver complete. It's a big play there for the Lions. 54 yards. This offense once trailed by 2 touchdowns. Now they've got a chance to take the lead. First and goal. They'll run it with Johnson. And he's in for the touchdown. And in the final seconds, forget overtime. They've just likely won this thing in regulation. Extra point good by Prater. And it would appear, barring some late heroics, they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short of the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Lions, hey, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.